What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Keyahnah Trades. This is, of course, my trading channel, so I'm just going to be doing a breakdown of my trades that I took last week. You guys just bear with me with the lighting, the camera quality. It's a lot. I've just been sitting here fighting and dealing with trying to get this thing right and clear for you guys. So this is as best as I could get it for right now. But I'm not gonna go deep into the issues I'm having with my computer lighting and all that other stuff. So I am just gonna go ahead and just show you guys the breakdown of my trades that I took last week. Well, actually, it was just one trade that I got into last week, and it was on NASDAQ. As you know, I do trade futures. I did trade Forex when I first started trading, but I have not traded Forex for a few months now. It's actually been a couple months since I've traded Forex. So I just switched over to futures and I just learned that. So before we get into this video, just make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, so that way you can stay tuned and up to date with my new videos that I come out with. If you actually like my trading style and would like to learn more, just let me know in the comments. But we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into the charts here. So I'm going to just share my screen here. All right. So let me take it up out the way. All right. So this is my NASDAQ. And just bear with me if it just moves a little slow. Okay. All right. So, all right. So first, I'm just gonna start off here on my 1 hour time frame. Because overall, initially, I was looking for the sale. So if you can see here, I was looking at the structure here. So this current structure, I was looking at this here. So I was looking at this, and then we'll change the color of that. Let's change it to red. Good. And then we'll thicken it up a little bit. So originally this was the sale I was looking at on the 1 hour. So overall, my overall bias, it was a sell bias for NASDAQ. But where we were at the moment, we were in this consolidation area right here. And let me just zoom in. Okay, so overall, we were in this consolidation area right here, as you see. Where price was just consolidating, like it wasn't breaking support or resistance here. So we're just playing around in this area. But one thing I do look for when I look for trades and just overall, if the trend is going to reverse, I look for divergence in a support and resistance level. So here we did have divergence from here to here. So as you can see, this arrow from there to there. And I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit more so y'all can see it pretty good. Okay. So yeah, so I have my divergence from here to here, and then of course you have the RSI doing the opposites, creating divergence. Y'all can see. Don't mind these other little arrows. These are just like off other time frames, because other time frames also have divergence that it creates. So from here, this is where I saw my higher time frame divergence here. Okay. All right. So now when I am going down for my entry time frame, because basically what I do is I go to the lower time frame to actually find my entry. So you also have to wait for the breaking structure of your lower time frame in order, to get your entry. So we were over here in this area. I'm going to remove this leg here just so it's not confusing. And I'm also going to explain another trade I was looking at. It was this area here. I was waiting for this lower time frame buy. So I will explain that trade also. I didn't get into this one, and I'm going to explain why I didn't. But I'm going to get into the trade I actually took, and I traded the Asian session for this actual trade. Okay, so this is the area where I did take my trade here. I'm just gonna zoom in because of course this little minor structure that we gotta be able to make out. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it right here. Hopefully that'd be close enough. Okay, so this was the actual buy trade that I did take here. So my confirmations that allowed me to get into this trade, I noticed we came into this fair value gap. We filled in this fair value gap here. So once I seen price wasn't trying to break this level of support, and it started to give me diversion. So again, as you can see here, the RSI is doing the complete opposite than what price is doing. So that is my first confirmation there. So actually my second, because we're at a fair value gap or the block. And then also we have our divergence here. And then my third confirmation was the breaker structure here. So here, as you can see, this is the breaker structure. Okay, because this was our last lower low right here. This was our last lower low. So I'll just mark that out for you, lower low. And we created a higher high. We created a higher high and then came back down, and then created a lower low down here. Okay. So I actually even put the circles of my entry and my exit that way so I can come back and show y'all my entry and my exit of this trade. So my initial entry was right here at this candle. So I entered off the close of this candle here. So this was like initially around my entry point, and then I took my take profit right here. It was nighttime, so I wasn't trying to wait for the pullback because my initial TP, it was so close to hitting it too. Like it came up and it was like this close. And I'm gonna show y'all a video I took on my phone of the actual trade of me being in that trade. But it was like so close to it. My TP, because my TP was like right here, up at this level of resistance right here. So it was like right here. And as you can see, like it was like so close to hitting it. But eventually it did hit it. But I don't, if I trade the Asian session, I'm not sleeping and still being in the trade. Like I'm executing and getting in and getting out, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm not sleeping and being in a trade when it comes to futures. Like Forex, yeah, I used to do that with Forex, but when it comes to futures, no, I'm not doing that because that's a lot more money, on the line and stuff like that. So I'm not sleeping in a future trade, especially not with NASDAQ. So initially, I just took it here because I was like, okay, the price is gonna pull back, and it's time to go to sleep. So I took it here. That was like roughly like 900, 920, 20 something dollars right here when I took it here. But initially it did end up playing out and actually going to where my initial TP was, which is like right here again at the resistance level. So that was a beautiful trade. So those were my confluences there. Is I was just waiting for my divergence, level support resistance, and a break and retest. And that was my confluence that allowed me to actually get into that trade. Okay. Now, I know that sounds like super duper simple because it was like super duper simple. Like, I mean, it was just beautiful. It was just there. Now, my initial overall analysis, because that was a counter trend trade. So with counter trend trading, you don't really want to hold it that long anyways. Now, my initial analysis was the sell again because I had divergence from here to here, right? I'm on 1 hour time frame. So I had my divergence. So I initially was waiting for the sell. But the thing is, with my sale opportunity, it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. So I did not get that sale because what I was waiting for, I was waiting for an actual break in a retest. So that is what I was initially waiting for initially with this trade here. And it just didn't give me that. Like it created a little lower high right here, but it didn't give like, because I wanted the break and retest of this last low right here. So as you can see here, okay, let me move this over. Because as you can see here, like I had my structure. So I had this here. I had this higher low. I had this higher low and then this higher high. So I was waiting for like a break and then a retest. And then I was going to take the sell back down to this level of support here because again, we don't know if it was going to break it or not, just due to we've been consolidating there. So my initial bias was just going to take it down to this level of support. But then of course, to get the sell after if it breaks this level of support, you want to break in the retest, of course. But that's more so creating that higher time frame leg. Like, yeah, you can get um the lower time frame entry, like that little small little break and retest there, but that's not necessarily per se like how I trade. Like I like things to be a little bit more clear for me before I like actually enter. So yeah, so I didn't take this sale that I originally wanted to take. Cause here the 9:30 when it opened, price was just moving pretty fast. So it was kind of spiking up here and stuff. So I didn't get into this trade just because it was just spiking up and price was just moving really fast. So whenever price is doing that, I'm not about to enter because before when I used to do that, I used to get smacked in the face each time. So I'm not gonna be trying to chase the market and stuff like that, trying to get in for that sale. Even though it was irritating that I didn't get it because it didn't give me like my break and I retest back up, but it is what it is. All right. So then when we saw price going back down, and I'm not gonna make this a long video either. I'm just going over trades I took and then other trading opportunities that I've seen, but I didn't quite get in those trade opportunities because it just didn't give me what I wanted to see or what I needed to see. Okay, now this one, I had my divergence also on this one. So when it came down to this level of support down here, so first initially we had these divergence forming. Okay, you can't see the divergence on the 1 minute, it just like it's going straight through. So let me go to a higher time frame for you. So as you can see here, divergence and then divergence, right? So we can see it here on the 30-minute also. And I'm going to erase some of this stuff so it's not so confusing. So here I had the divergence, and also you can still see here also, you can see the divergence and then level of support. So again, what I was waiting for was my break and my retest. But here's the thing. Do you see this? It looks so choppy. It looks so choppy. Like it is not, it wasn't giving what I needed to see in order to enter this trade. What's going on here on my screen? think I did something. Okay, so let me just zoom in. I'm gonna show y'all the structure that I see, but it's just not, it just wasn't given. It wasn't given. It's like it's always gonna be trade opportunities. So it's like if it ain't really giving me what I wanna see, like I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna chase it. Like it has to be like what I want to see. Okay. So again, we had our divergence. Okay. So as you can see here, the diversions are also right here, right? So here you have your prices creating lower lows and lower highs. Here's another lower low, lower high, and then of course we have the breakup structure. Where is my tool? Okay. So then of course here we have the breakup structure. So I do my BOS. Okay. So as you can see there, I have my breakup structure. Now I didn't really see any like fair value gaps per se for this. So it wasn't given for me. Like you can see it, you can see the break, you can see the little retest, but I mean, ask yourself, would have took this? I mean, if you would, that's cool. Like you wouldn't have been wrong. Like I was just gonna take it up, not all the way up there to the top yet, but yeah, it just wasn't given for me, so I didn't enter. But of course, it was if you decide to take this, you could have entered. Once you got some momentum here to the upside, and you could roll that for a quick little trade. But for me, nah, I didn't enter off this. It wasn't giving what it needs to give. Let's just put it that way. Okay. But yeah, so that was my trade for the week. And also those were just some other trading opportunities that I did see. I haven't marked up yet for the trading week for this week. So after this, I'm probably gonna do that. Just mark up trades that I see for this week coming up. So we'll see. But I gotta do my top down analysis with that just to kind of see what that's gonna be for the week. But yes. So all right, so that was my trade breakdown that I took for last week with NASDAQ. If you guys enjoyed this video, please just make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. If there's something I need to explain different or better, just let me know. Because again, this is my first trading channel. Like, I've never done any content like this. This is just for, educational purposes only. It's not financial advice for anybody. So this is just me showing you my trades and you learn something from it. Or if you want me to break it down a little bit better, bit by bit, then I will do that also. But right now, I'm just putting out, my trades and stuff, and just whoever watching this season and is rocking with it, then cool. So, but until then, I will see you guys in the next trading video. So bye.